Hello everyone, welcome to Three Trails Tarot, and thank you so much for joining me today and for supporting my channel. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you. Now, today I'm going to do a question and answer session. So have you had a question that's been on your mind and would like to know, is it yes or is it no? Will it happen or not? Should you or should you not do this? Well, if you do, today is your lucky day because you'll have a chance to discover the answer. So to start with, we have 4 decks here laid on the table. So you'll be able to choose which one you feel really kind of reaches out to you. The first one is Affirmators Tarot. That's number 1. The number 2 choice would be the Celtic Tarot by Courtney. Day. The third one is the Wisdom Seekers Tarot, and the 4th choice is the Rainbow Heart Tarot. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Think about your question. Think about which deck kind of calls out to you. Alright, so simply choose one to answer your yes or no question. Now, if you have more than one question to ask, then choose a different deck for each question. Alright? And if you prefer to go directly to the deck or the card that you chose, so you can just hear that reading and just be done for the day, just click on the timestamp below to watch that specific reading. Now, along with the answer is a short reading. If the reading does not resonate with you, then this message is not for you, okay? However, if it does, remember that you understand your situation better than anyone else. So trust your own instincts, your intuition, and your knowledge when making a decision or when believing what the answer is, okay? So just always have that in the background of your head, of your mind, that you know the situation and I don't. All right, so I'm just totally trusting the cards to provide us information. And just remember, this is for entertainment purposes too. Okay, so all right, are you ready? Let's go ahead and get started with the first set of cards. Thank you. Okay, group 1. You selected the Affirmators Tarot, but before we get started with that reading, I'm going to pull from this deck to find out what is this question kind of about, right? What is the general idea? What is the general reason you're asking this question? So let's see what we have here. The Star, hoping for miracles or just renewed hope. Right? Wanting some hope, wanting some miracles, and or inner clarity, wanting to be able to know really what's going on, where should you go next, just wanting to have some clarity. Okay, so let's see what we have for you. Your question, the answer is either a yes or no or maybe. So think about it. I'm about to pull your cards. And it'll just be 3 cards. So we have the Empress, the Magician, and the 8 of Wands. Wow. Okay, so we've already got a magic card here with the Magician, being able to manifest that which you need. You must really, really want this thing. And so you are just pulling everything you have in the hat out to try to make these things happen. And then with the Empress, we see you wanting abundance. So this question is kind of related to happiness, joy, feeling comfortable, feeling safe, wanting to feel that there's security, wanting to feel secure in your situation. And then with the 8 of Wands, we see you waiting for information, wanting change, and wanting some of you are waiting for a change to happen, or maybe all of you are waiting for a change to happen. But some of you are waiting for an important message to come through. You're waiting for news. So, let me tell you, your answer is yes. Your answer is yes. And it's like a very definite yes for you. If what I just read to you makes sense, that that's what you're going through and that's what you wanted, then your answer is yes. If this reading didn't coincide with whatever you were thinking when you asked that question, that answer is not for you. Okay? I'm going to also pull oracle cards for guidance. Let's see if there's any additional information or guidance we can get for this with this reading for you. Whoa, this fell out. Upheaval. So this is saying, look, even in a storm, even in the worst times, you actually have people who care enough to be there for you, to be supportive of you. You may not always see it right away because the storm can be kind of blinding. See everything swirling around, stuff's flying all in your face, and you can't really see very clearly the people that are on the other side, because you've got, I think these are sheep, all on the other side. Or lambs. It's kind of hard to tell, but they're on the other side of the cliff and you're kind of separated from them. But just remember, they are there for you. It may not seem that they can be there for you, but they are. So if this question is related to wanting to feel secure with the Empress, we see that, wanting to feel that you have more than you feel you currently have now, you're going to get some news, and yes, you're going to have what you want. And before it comes to you, just know that there are people who care about you and are supportive. I'm going to end this session with one last thing, and that is the power words for the day. Okay, I love this. This is by Louise Hay, and I haven't seen these cards before, so I just got these, and I just kind of want to use them to kind of share some nice words for the day. So before you leave, here's this wonderful thing to think about. So every thought I think is creating my future. The universe totally supports every thought I choose to think and believe. I have unlimited choices about what I think. I choose balance, harmony, and peace, and I express it in my life. Okay, so those are your power words for the day. Your answer was yes, and that's the answer. And if you found this helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe before you go. Thank you from my heart for being here today, and take good care, and best wishes to you always. Thank you. Bye. All right, hello group 2. This is your session, but before I start, I'd like to pull a card from this deck to see what is the general idea for this question. What is this generally about? Okay, so I feel like I'm supposed to shuffle more. Here it is. And it is the Emperor. Okay, Emperor. Kind of feel that this question is about wanting respect, wanting people to recognize you for the things that you've done, the work that you put in, the efforts that you've made. If this is about a relationship, work you put in. If this is about work, and just in general, want to be recognized for who you are and what you've done, and any sacrifices that you've made. And for those of you who are parents, you want your children to give you the respect that a parent should have, and you want especially more of a masculine energy, like fatherly figure kind of thing. So not to say it's a gender related, but it's masculine energy. So female can also have masculine energy. Males can also have feminine energy. But it's because masculine is more of an external energy and feminine is more of an internal kind of energy. So you want your children to recognize that the things that you're doing for them are for their own good, and so you would like that kind of recognition. That if that sounds familiar to you right now with regard to your question, then keep listening because I'm about to do your reading. Okay, so here we have, this is the deck that you chose. These are the cards that you picked. Let's see what we have for you. Already one has fallen out, and we have Knight of Swords. Okay, so what else do we have for you? Knight of Swords. We also have Six of Coins. Okay, and one more card. Kind of have to feel it. There we go. King of Wands. So the Emperor is kind of like a king, right? And here we have two court cards, like royalty kind of, authority, positions of authority, positions of management, positions of leadership kind of thing. And in the center here we see that the feelings of wanting give and take, for things to be balanced. Like, if I give you something and I do something for you, it sure would be nice if you would recognize that and do something for me back in return, right? It's sort of like giving and receiving. And if you help, that there's some generosity involved, then there's reciprocation, right? I'm thinking that's the word that kind of really hits me right now, is reciprocation. You want, this question is about give and take. Now what I see here with the Knight of Swords is there's some impulsive behavior here, or maybe someone in this relationship, because I kind of get the feeling this has to be with people, right? This is a relationship thing, is being opinionated. It could be you, it could be the person that you want respect from, and impulsive. And so I see here in this card, either way, that for you, the listener with this question, yes or no question, that it's important for you to be very clear as to what your expectations are and what you want, what you expect them to do to feel that you are getting what you want, and at the same time respecting them and the process, right? Give and take. Also here with the King of Wands, I see this as the King of Wands is someone who is very bold, right? A charming kind of person, has a very charismatic kind of energy, is courageous, and is also very powerful. So I see this as that's the perception perhaps that the other person has of you, or you have that person. You see how the dog is right down here, and it's like looking up at the king, but the king does not notice it. So I think in this relationship, one party is not paying attention to the other person, and the other person is looking up to them, like maybe admiring them, wanting to be like them, idolizing them, whereas the person being idolized and looked up to is not noticing any of this. I don't know if that which is you and which is the other person, but I have to tell you that the answer here is no, not at this time. Okay, it doesn't mean that it will never happen. It's not a flat out no, but it's just saying that at this present point in time, that the answer is most likely a no. Now what I'm going to do is pull an oracle card, see if we can get more clarification or some guidance for you with this reading. I don't know if that was the answer you were looking for or hoping for, but based on the overall theme, I'm kind of thinking it's not. So let's see what kind of guidance we can have here for you. And it's deluge. So it's like, don't hold it all in, whatever it is. And this goes back to this card. Whatever it is that's really bothering you with this relationship, you gotta let them know what it is. You gotta let it out. You gotta talk to them before it just floods out. A flood can destroy and also clear things up, but you don't want it to be like a total flood. You want it to be a controlled kind of let it out, talk to them about it, let your feelings be known. Because it's very possible, like with this picture right here, that one of you thinks the other person knows what exactly is going on, but the other person does not. They're not paying attention. They're not paying attention. Okay? So before I let you go today, I just want to give you some power words that might be helpful to you. So let's see what power words we have for you for the day. What are the special words that you need to hear today? And this green one just kind of pops. I experience love wherever I go. Oh, there's two of them. I experience love wherever I go. Love is everywhere, and I'm loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. I'll put that there. And since two came out, I'm going to read them both. I am flexible and flowing. I'm open to the new changing. Oh, I'm open to the new and changing. Every moment presents a wonderful new opportunity to become more of who I am. I flow with life easily and effortlessly. Okay, so there we have it. I hope that you found this session helpful in some way, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe before you go. Thank you so much from my heart, and take good care, and best wishes to you always. Okay, thank you. Bye. Hello. Okay, group 3. This is your card that you selected, the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. Before we get started though with your question and answer session, which we know the answer is either yes or no, and there's a possible maybe. Let's first find out, what is this about? What is this question generally about? And it is the Devil. So this question you want to know, I believe, are you going to be able to release whatever this is that you feel is trapping you, tying you down, getting away from it? That just seems to be what the general question is all about. So let's find out. Let's go ahead and pull your 3 cards and do your reading. Is it yes or no? Is the answer to this question yes or no? Think about your question. Focus on it, okay? Is this yes or no? Is this yes or, whoops, yes or no? Okay, so we have here 2 of Wands, the Magician. Let me pull one more card for you. And the Hierophant. Okay, so what I see here for you is you have been thinking about what to do about this situation for some time, and you've tried everything. You've tried talking to people about it, you've tried thinking about it, you have tried being very creative with the solution, and you've even tried being nice about it. So you've tried every single thing that you can think of or that you know of to use. Okay, so whatever you had exposure to, whatever experience you have, you've tried to make this situation better for yourself by releasing whatever is not serving you and moving forward. Does this sound familiar to you? If it does, then keep listening. If it doesn't, then this message is not for you. Okay, I don't want to give you a wrong answer. So stop listening right now if this does not resonate with you. Perhaps pick another deck. Okay, so here we have 2 of Wands. We see you waiting to see results of some of these things that you've tried. You made a choice. There was a decision that you had to make, and you've made it. And you've actually taken some action toward that decision. But you're just kind of still hanging on, waiting. And I believe the yes or no here might be not just can you get away from this, but are you going to see the results of what you've tried? Okay, so there's also possibility for travel here. Maybe you're waiting to to find out if you are going to be traveling, for some of you. And for some of you, you're waiting to find out. And that traveling, by the way, has to do with this whole situation. Maybe that's your way of getting away. So that might be part of what you're waiting on to hear. But for some of you, it's something else that you're waiting to see results of. Now here with the Hierophant, you've even consulted someone that you trust. Someone who shares your same values, someone who would understand how you are as a person and how you would love to live your life. And so you've consulted with this person. This could be a religious figure, it could be a family member, it could be a very close friend, or it could even be an expert in an area that you are seeking knowledge and information and consultation. So you've done these things, and I can tell you that this is a sure yes. This is a sure yes for you. Okay, now I'm going to pull from this oracle card, see if we can give you some more information regarding this reading or some kind of guidance. Let's see what we have for you. Separate. Does that make so much sense with that, right? Separate. So the guidance here is saying, this is a guidance card, and it's saying, release that which does not serve you. Release that which does not make you a better person, make you happy, make you content, make you feel secure and safe. Get away from it. Separate. Separate yourself from it. Separate. Okay? I know I kind of kept saying that, but it was almost like I couldn't stop. I don't know why. Something was like making me say it over and over. Now, before you leave, please don't leave yet. I know you got your answer, but I want to give you some power words that might be helpful to you. Hold on 1 second. There's another important message for you to hear. Okay? And it says, I am beautiful and everybody loves me. I radiate acceptance. I am deeply loved by others. Love surrounds me and protects me. And that is why what you did is going to work out for you. So there you have it. The answer is yes. And if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe before you go. Thank you. Big thank you from my heart. Take good care now, and best wishes to you always. Bye. Hello, group 4. Those of you who picked this card to answer your yes and no question, welcome. Before we get started, I am first going to find out what is the general idea here. What is your question generally based on? Like, what is the subject matter? Okay, so let's find out what your subject matter is for this question. Oh, I feel like I'm supposed to shuffle some more. Ah, there it is. Temperance. So wanting balance, wanting harmony in your life, not wanting to feel frustrated or angry sometimes, but wanting everything to feel balanced and within control, and being able to feel safe, being able to feel safe. If that sounds like what this question is about, then keep listening. Okay, I'm going to now draw the cards to answer your question. If it's yes or no, please focus on your question, take some deep breaths, relax, and just really think of your question. Yes or no? Is it 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 yes or no? First card is 10 of Pentacles. Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. 2 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Okay, so I see you trying to balance things, and that makes so much sense. It really goes with this card. So crazy. I'm just always fascinated with how these things just kind of go together. So we see you really trying to multitask, juggling, try not to let any balls drop, because I kind of get the feeling that you feel responsible for trying to make sure that everything is taken care of, and you want balance. You want You want harmony. You want everything to kind of work out for you. Who wouldn't, right? But you're putting a lot of effort and to make this happen. So that really goes well with temperance, of wanting balance and harmony, and wanting to feel like there's control and self-control. Okay. And it's the reason, I think, is because you've been hurt. You're hurting right now. So those of you who are asking me this question of, is it yes or is it no? You feel some hurt right now. And the hurt that you're feeling, perhaps you were doing all the work and the other person was just kind of relying on you, and maybe you said something and then they got upset. But these are like minor arcana cards, so I'm going to say to you that this is not going to last for a very long time. This kind of hurt, okay? So the reason you're asking this question is because your desire is to end this hurt. Your desire is to be done with it and to be able to move forward, and to be able to move forward in peace, and to feel, like you're where you want to be. And 10 of Pentacles tells us that you want this cycle to end, and you want something beautiful and wonderful to start for you. You want to feel you want to see the rainbows. You want to enjoy all the colors of life. Look at all these different colors, each ball here. We've got our basic colors, and then we have also some other colors here. And it just tells me that this is something you're wishing for. This is something you really want. And guess what? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So if this reading resonated with you, that's your answer. If this reading did not resonate with you, that's not your answer, okay? This isn't about your question. But if your question was about being able to get past this hurt, end that cycle, and move into something more beautiful for yourself, where you have harmony and peace, the answer is yes. Okay? Now, okay, so, but before you leave, let me see if we can get some additional guidance or clarification. Guidance or clarification on your reading, okay? So let's see what we have for you. And we have retreat. So retreat has to do with finding some time to heal, going to a place, not necessarily solitude, because that doesn't work for everyone. That's not how everyone recuperates. So however way you recuperate, whether it's being in a quiet place all to yourself and being alone and thinking and enjoying that quiet space, or whether it's partying with a bunch of friends and feeling good, or going shopping or whatever, do the activity that makes you feel rested, that makes you feel relaxed, that makes you feel this is a good thing. And this thing makes me feel good. So do that thing that makes you feel good, so that you can get past this hurt. Kind of move the cards there, huh? Past this hurt, and just kind of recuperate. Now, one last thing, please. You have another message. I have another message for you. Excuse me. And these are power words that can be helpful, that we can tell ourselves to help ourselves. Okay. I feel like I have to keep shuffling here. There it is. Okay, so it says, I prosper wherever I turn. It says, I now see opportunities for abundance everywhere. I am blessed and prospered. So I'm going to put this here for you, and hope that those power words can make you feel more, more hopeful. All right. So that's your answer. Once again, the answer is yes. I hope you found this reading helpful. Please like and subscribe before you go if you did. And from my heart, big thank you. Take good care now, and best wishes to you always. Bye.